and gentlemen, boys and girls, so we are going to go ahead and do a review of the O-NI. Excuse me. So this is a Tier 7 super duper heavy tank. You've got a couple options for the gun. I go with the howitzer. It's a 150 millimeter howitzer type 96. You can also put a 100 millimeter, well, 10 centimeter on it, and it gives you more pen for your standard and your premium round, but you get less penetration with your HE shell and less damage with your HE shell. Also less damage with your standard and your premium round. Whereas with the howitzer, if you penetrate, you're going to do 700 average damage with your standard and 700 with your premium ammo. You get AP and heat with the gun that I have on here, the howitzer and HE. I believe for the 10 centimeter, I think you get AP, either get a 2 AP or you get AP and a, I don't want to buy it. Trying to see if I can figure out what kind of, okay, here we are. So you get AP and, yeah, you get 2 AP rounds and HE. So basically you just get 1 AP round that does 190 pen, and then you get another AP round that bumps it up to 215, which that's not a big jump from standard to premium rounds. I mean, that's less than the IS-6 gets for its premium round. IS-6, I believe, gets 217. Um, that's strange. Or you know, when you first start grinding it, you can just have this 10 centimeter on here, which gives you 175 pen and 201. Same, well, no, actually less. It gives you 300 average damage per hit. So if you want a faster reload, but you know, almost guaranteed damage. If you penetrate, you're going to want to go with the 10 centimeter. If you want a substantial amount of damage, but a long load time, and it's not guaranteed damage, if you're using the HE, then you're going to want to go with the 15 centimeter. And when I say not guaranteed, that's when you're using the HE, because it really varies on what target you're hitting. I mean, you hit an IS-7, well, you're not going to see an IS-7. You hit an M103, front lower plate, weak spot, you're probably going to do about 400 or 500 damage. You hit a Type 95, Type 95, T95, if I can get them spit out here. You know, pretty much anywhere in the front of that thing, you're going to probably do about 20 damage. If you are top tier, yeah, you're going to do pretty good. Unless you get a, well, you'll see in this battle where I had a T29 in front of me, and he just kept poking out and giving me his, basically the gun mantle or the front of the turret, which is the hardest part to pen on that. And I was averaging anywhere from 250, 300 damage every time I hit his frontal turret. It is slow. They did nerf the living crap out of these. I tried looking up the original armor for these, and all I could do is find what it is now. It's 175, but that's 175 is this lower plate. The upper plate is over 200. These gun ports here, these machine gun ports, whatever you want to call them, those are over 200. Everything on the turret is over 200. The commander's hatch right there, I believe that was 175 or 180. If you get the driver's port or the machine gun port here, those are still right around I think they were 190, close to 200 on those. No, 175. Those were 175 too. That's right. So those are kind of a little bit of a weak spot there and there. It is a behemoth. The thing you want to do with this, and when I was actually playing it, I was surprised that the T29 wasn't taking advantage of this, and I wasn't thinking like Type 5 heavy, Type 4 heavy. You know, you don't want to angle that, because if you angle it, you give them these real weak spot right here, you know, right here. You know, you give them basically weak spots there. I got lucky though, the T29 was not shooting at those. He kept shooting at the front, upper and front lower plate, and I think at these gun little machine gun ports too. I don't want to say machine gun ports. Those look like a frickin' 75 millimeter. You get on a couple of the other tanks. Those things, that'd be in real life, man. This would be one badass tank coming at you if all three of those guns were shooting. Yeah, that'd be enough to scare the piss out of you. Plus, have the machine gun rocking and rolling. Yeah, run the other way. Um, but the front of this is really good. But I'm finding you actually want to face straight on. Um, if you're in a tier 8 match, if the gun is at least about a 200 penetrating round, 200 millimeter, uh, they can usually punch through your front pretty much anywhere. If they're bouncing, then they just hit number 2, and then they'll definitely, punch through you pretty much anywhere. If you get away with angling, it's going to give you a stronger, frontal armor because, it's angled. Except for then if they know about these weak spots here and here, right here, and right here, then they'll just poke you in those and go right through you anyways. So, but yeah, so let's go over this a little bit. And so you get, I think this tier 7 has the most hit points for a tier 7. You get 1,550 hit points, which is really nice. Your hull armor in the front is 175, and your turret is 200. On the side, which is really nice for side scraping, you get 70 on the hull, 150 on the turret. And on the rear, you get 150 and 150. The only thing you really got to watch out for is if artillery can drop arty rounds on your engine deck, because it is pretty big. They'll end up knocking your engine out, lighting you on fire, or even possibly ammo racking you. Because I think on this, if I remember right, some of the ammo is stored in the back. It's either in the back or the sides, in the rear of this somewhere. But armor-wise, it is nice. They did nerf the living crap out of the armor, unfortunately. It was several patches ago, but it's still a really good tank. I like playing it. It does have a long load time, but it's such a nice payoff when you hit something like a weakly armored tank destroyer. Like that. What was that one? Is it? Oh, like this Krepstar Waffenträger. You hit that, man, you will one-shot him. a lot of the stuff that you can hit that is tier 6 and lower, if it has even medium to light armor, you're just going to one-shot it. So it's nice when you're top tier on this. Actually, the replay that I am going to show you here in a bit, I was top tier, which I was actually pretty shocked. I was going to show you if I was top tier or bottom tier, didn't matter. Even bottom tier, this thing, the gun is, like I said, long reload, but it's still nice because you can penetrate well, you will penetrate just about anything hit if you're using HE, and it's got a pretty nice derp gun, so when you hit something, even if it's a tier 9, like an E75, you still want to aim for, weak spots, but if you got to poke out, just take a quick shot, you're still going to do 200-300 damage. So, it's really nice to, I don't want to say guaranteed damage, but almost guaranteed damage. Alrighty, so where we got the gun, we got the armor. Let's go over the numbers now. So, rate of fire is slow, 3.09 rounds a minute. Basically, 3 rounds a minute. My reload is 19.41. I've got a really good crew in this. I went with gun rammer, gun lane drive, and vents to help the load time dispersion, and obviously the load time with the gun rammer. You get great gun depression at 10 in the gun depression is 10, elevation is 20. The only problem you will have is in the front, you get 10 degrees, no, actually I think it's 8 degrees in between these two, but you lose almost all your gun depression when you go across these two turrets right here. Even though you still have some, but it's only like 3, I think it is. You start getting your gun depression when you're aimed off to the side, anything over, to the left of this gun and to the right of this gun here. So basically, if you're having trouble getting your gun depression down, it sucks because a lot of times you end up giving your side away to get your gun depression down to the 10 degrees because you have to, come out basically almost sideways sometimes to get your gun out past these two gun ports, whatever you want to call them. I just call them guns because literally those look like about a 75 millimeter. That'd be cool if all three of those were shooting. That would be wicked. Aim time is 2.99, so basically 3 seconds, which kind of sucks, but it's to be expected with a derp gun. You know, if it had a 1 second aim time, basically you would just be able to swing your turret around, point real quick, and click. And they don't want that. They want you to have to shrink in really slow, and then take your shot and still probably miss. which I do think I missed quite a few shots in this. No, actually, I think I only dunked one in the dirt maybe once. The gun dispersion is 0.53, which sucks. Again, it's a derp gun, so sometimes, basically, even though it's a really bad dispersion, if you even hit near a tank sometimes, you're still going to do damage. And I mean, let's say you were aiming at this side right here. It's 0.53. If you're close enough, you're not going to hit there. You might hit here, or you might hit here, or you might hit here, but you're still going to do a lot of damage. My average damage per minute is 2164. Mobility, yeah. It's a 100.53 ton tank. So if you can ram stuff, ram away, because you will just crush stuff. Gets a 1200 horsepower engine, which still really isn't big enough to be moving this beast around, because your specific power to weight's only 11.94, which for its size, that's actually not too bad. Top speed is only 25 in forward, 10 in reverse. Traverse speed is 19, so it's slow, and the gun traverse is 19.2. So, yeah, oh, actually, traverse speed is 19.2 also. So, yeah, if it's a fast tank and it's small, they will be able to set right down here, right along your side, and I think that's what the artillery was trying to do, except for it's an artillery. But if it's got a turret and it can stay below your gun, because it's set so high, it's hard for it to get the gun aiming down. A lot of times you really got to watch it, because those little guys will get right along your side, just slam you, just round after round. There's nothing you can do unless you can get up by a house or a hill, or just ram them to death. Concealment's a joke. 2.6. Yeah, I didn't even waste any of these guys on the concealment. We'll save that one for last. I've got a 407 view range, which is really nice, and signal range is 587. So if you want to hold on for a minute, I will go ahead and do a replay, and then we will have some post-game stats. So if you want to hold on, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so here we are in Tundra in the O-NITank. The Tier 7 super duper heavy tank. This thing is just a, look at that, I mean, it's a behemoth. It's as big as a darn house. It's probably why it's got like 12 crew members in it. Frontal armor on this thing is just mind-blowingly good, considering it says it's 175, but the T-29 that I face up here, 198 standard pen for him, and he was not able to pen me. And I'll be interested to see where he was shooting me, because I thought he hit me in the upper plate, and I think he shot at one of these machine gun, well, gun ports, because those are, like I said before, I think those are like 75 millimeter guns. I wish they all shot. That would be cool. Like that Halloween where you got to pick that tank that had like the 3 turrets, and whenever you aimed at, all the turrets aimed at it. That would be just wicked. Can you imagine hitting it with a derp gun and 2 75 millimeter guns at the same time? Holy crap, you'd erase stuff. So I'm heading right over where normally the heavies, super heavies go, over here, and I make one mistake, and I pay for it by not paying attention over here, because the T-29, you know, I know it's not the fastest heavy, but it's faster than this, obviously. And the stupidity part, or stupid part that I made, is like I was coming out here wide. What I should have done is come up, and as soon as I got right about here, cut across the field right into here. Let's do this while we're here. You know, cut across into the field and just ran up this hill. But I stayed out here too long, and the T-29 pops out here in a second, and as soon as I see him, the mistake I make is like, oh crap, T-29, and I dart for the hill and I give him my side. And there he is, and what I should have done is kept straight on, and he wouldn't have penned me, but I gave him my side and he was able to put it right through me. If I would have kept going straight at him, more than likely he probably would not have penned me. But this is where a derp gun comes is nice, because if that T-29, if I were in any other tank that did not have a derp gun like this, and that T-29 was hauled down like that, he would bounce rounds all flipping day long. I would not be able to pen him. I would have to literally, because you'll see, all he gives me every time he pops out is a little bit of his turret. Enough for me to shoot, but I go to shoot the A44 one of these times and I derp it right into the ground. But see, like right there, another, not quite 200, 192, but we've already done 454 damage to him, and he's done 315 to me because I gave him my side, which was like stupid. But he bounces most every other round on me. I don't think he pens me anymore. But I can sit there and not worry about him penning me. He's shooting regular AP, which after I bounced those 2 shells, if I were him, I would have loaded premium. Premium rounds might have gone through the front. Yeah, it's still kind of 50-50 because this thing has got really good frontal armor. That A44, I so bad wanted to shoot him in the commander's hatch because it sticks way up. I mean, it's like, here's the tank stops here, and that thing sticks way up, and you'll see me zoom in. There it is. See how it sticks. But I shoot, and it thunk right into the dirt. But this has got a decent, I think it's got 20 kph in reverse, which is nice. So if you get in there, you take your shot, you've got like a 19 and a half seconds load time. So having that fast reverse is nice because you're not creeping out going so they can shoot you and knock the snot out of you. But I felt, the T-29, I've got him low enough to where I can move in. We end up finishing him off. And, oh wow, that PC-4H just got plugged by artillery for almost his whole health. But I'm kind of creeping up, just slowing down because I'm loading. I know there's an arty over there somewhere. So we hit him for 406, the A44, and I hit him right in the lower plate. And these guys, I'm not even worried. I saw artillery, and that was the only thing I was worried about hitting me. So I back up. He takes a shot at me and misses. I'm not even going to waste my time with the artillery because I need to get these 2 guys gone. His track ate most of the damage right there. But I lit artillery up, and you can see he just got hit by our artillery, so he's running. I was going to try ramming this PC-4, but he gets out of the way just in time. And did I actually? I hit him for 68 damage. Where am I here? No, I didn't get the kill on him, so he did. But that's cool. I did ram him, but I only got 68 damage on him. And for the A44, I just do an auto lock and just finish him off. Now, I don't know where their grill is. I haven't seen any rounds flying from anywhere, so I'm thinking maybe he's setting back over here or in these bushes up over here. But I'm like, no arty rounds, what's going on? So then I'm starting to think maybe he's way over here. Now remember, I got a gun with HE, so if I shoot at this guy right here, it's going to hit that wooden fence and it's not going to do anything. He's only got 1 hit point left anyway, so I'm not worried about him. So I'm going to go after the other T-67, which if I hit him, I'll just one-shot him. And I shoot the dirt. But he's hitting me in the side and just bouncing. I'm not even worried about him penning me. And then I see the grill light up. I'm like, oh crap, there's a grill. I'm not loaded yet. And this is what I thought maybe at first he was going to try getting up alongside me. And then just kind of, like stay facing right at me. Like, go straight on. And then once he's loaded, back up real quick and then derp me in the side, which if I were in his shoes, I probably would have. Because I don't think, if I remember it, I couldn't get my gun down. Yeah, I don't think once he gets up alongside me, I couldn't get my gun down low enough to shoot him. But he does something really weird, which I was like, the heck? Yeah, because if you look, I can't get my gun down low enough. But the it's a double-edged sword for him because if he shoots me, he's gonna blow himself up because he's got an HE uh, gun. You know, he's shooting HE shells out of that thing. So if he shoots me, he's gonna damage me. He might do 100 and some damage that that close, but he's also gonna blow himself up. But he doesn't shoot, and then he gets right on my side like that, and I'm like, I look up and I'm like, well, he's a newer player, or let's see what he's got for battles. Um, yeah, he's only got 8,000 battles, so I'm thinking maybe he's just a newer player. And oh, you can see that T67 shot me with all gold rounds and bounced. And he gave me got along my side there, and I'm like, okay, I could probably just try ramming him, but this is where my options are to try backing up the hill or try going forward to that tank. And so I start backing up, I stop real quick, and I'm going to go forward to that tank and try using that tank's carcass so he has to get off my side. But he keeps trying to like go up the hill. It was just kind of strange. So this is what happens. He just goes forward. I'm like, okay, I guess he gave up. I don't know. Worked out though. Well, we're up to 2179 in damage, and I believe I get no more shots. So, well, you can see when you hit a hill, or we'll show you going up a hill. Yeah, you're doing 20. I mean, that's not too bad for a 100-ton tank. You're not going to be cruising across this field doing no 40, 50 kph, but it's still better than doing 2 kph up that hill. I was hoping to get a shot at that T67 because I'd just blow him to pieces, but he's on the other side of that hill. He's in that groove down, like between there. And so we're just smashing everything. Let's just ruin their fence that they just made us run over their truck. We're just causing a whole bunch of hate and discontent with those neighbors there. They ain't gonna like me no more. But hit a little bit of this nice brown water. So you can see speed-wise, this is pretty slow. I mean, but it is big. It's freaking heavy. But anyways, we'll just call her quits there because that IKV-65-2 gets taken out in just a second. I was hoping to get a shot on him, but here we go up another hill and game, set, match. But yeah, anyways, if you want to hold on for a minute, I'll have some post-game stats for you, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, and so that's what happens when you are top tier in, was it the O-NI? Yep. Top tier in the O-NI. Even what I like about the O-NI is even when you're bottom tier, it still has enough frontal armor that you can contest a lot of the tier 8s and 9s that you'll come up against. I mean, given if you got a T95, something that's got real high penetrating rounds, yeah, they're going to go through you pretty much anywhere that they feel like it. But that's, even for tier 10s, they can really contest the front of tier 10s pretty easy. But like M103, if he's shooting standard rounds and you've got this angled pretty good, you're going to bounce some rounds from stuff. And M103, I just said that because that's my favorite tank in the game, which I haven't played in a substantial amount of time. I got to get the 3 mark on it. I'm like so close to getting the 3 mark on it. I might as well just get it and be done with it. My fear is, well, I don't want to say my fear, because I usually do about 3,500 to 4,000 damage every time I play it, but I've just got that luck on the 3rd mark. For some reason, I consistently just get bum rushed, or my team all goes one way, or I just get no help, and then it gets irritating, and then you're at that 93, 94%, and you're like 1.5% away. And when you get the 2nd mark, in order to get that third mark, you consistently have to do like 3.5, 4,000 damage. Doesn't matter. Well, we'll say on a tier, well, I would say 9 and 10 definitely, but 8s, yeah, I mean, even on a tier 8, you still have to do about 3.5, 4,000 damage every match after you get that second mark to get that third mark. It's not like, oh, well, if I play it, 100 times, I'm just going to get the mark. It doesn't work that way. You have to consistently get a bunch of damage game after game after game after game to get that mark, or you're just not going to get it. But yeah, so when this is top tier, this is the results. When you're bottom tier, you can still do a pretty good amount of damage. I mean, the nice thing about this is with the HE shell, I could have shot probably AP shells at everything but the T-29 because he just kept peeking out and giving me his turret. Well, I know I'm not going to hit his, be able to penetrate his turret with an AP or even, what's it got, APCR? No, heat. Even the heat round on this, the standard, yeah, 121 for your AP, 150 for your heat, and 75 for your HE. Well, he was poking out. All I was getting was shots at his turret. I'm not going to go through it anywhere. Even if I hit that commander's hatch with an AP or heat round, it's low penetrating. You don't get a really good penetrating round with this gun, and more likely you're just going to bounce off his commander's hatch because it's hard to hit. It's in the back of the turret. He gets hauled down, and the only way you're going to get shots is if he pokes out enough and he aims down to kind of, well, just we'll look at it here. It's easier to point out what I'm trying to say than sit here and explain. Okay, so commander's hatch is back here in the back of the turret. So if he's in front of you like this, the only way you're going to be able to get shots is if he aims down at you and exposes that commander's hatch. This does set higher than that. But at a distance and where he was still setting higher than I was. Because, let me see if I can do this. So I'm here, he was here. It's just the way the dirt in that area was. He's setting higher than me, so I can't get a shot at that commander's hatch. So the only thing he was exposing was the hardest part to penetrate on the T-29. That's right here, the gun mantle. So I was just basically throwing HE at him and doing 200 and 300 damage every time I hit him. Because it basically hits and it'll do splash damage, up on the top of the upper plate here. Even if I could have got a shot at that commander's hatch, the accuracy of this is 0.39. Probably wouldn't have hit it at that range anyways. It's just too far away to try hitting something that small. But setting higher like this, if we were, face hugging, yeah, I could shoot right down into his commander's hatch, no problem. But, at that distance, wasn't going to happen. But this has got frontal armor on this is just phenomenal. 200, and these are not weak spots. These, I call them R2D2s like on the KV-5. These are not weak spots. Everything on the front of this is like 200. Well, on the turret, I'm sorry, it's 175. Used to be, oh, that's right, I forgot they nerfed these. Yeah, so it's 175 now, because I think it used to be like used to be higher than 200, like 210, 2 something or other. It was over 200, I know that. But yeah, but still 175. It's just, it's a little bit of slope to it, not anything. Now, the T-29 that was shooting me, guaranteed if he would have switched over to premium rounds, he probably would have went through me, no problem. It's just the standard round on that is 190. I'm surprised the standard round wasn't going through there because it's 198. I've got 175. Yeah, 198. Yeah, premium round 245. More than likely, he probably would have went through me with premium rounds anywhere here, anywhere in the front. I was angled, so where he was setting, I probably would have been at an angle, kind of. I'd say kind of about like that. So, yeah, it's about a 45. So that is still pretty well angled. It's just, the premium round I think would have overmatched it and penned it anyways. But he shot nothing but standard, which I was really surprised. Normally somebody bounces 2-3 rounds. Next thing you know, they're slinging gold at you. And I bounced 3 of his rounds for 960. Anyway, so that was a Master Badge Class 2. And we got a shell proof, a fire for effect, a bruiser, steel wall, high caliber, and a cool headed. We got 2 bonds out of that match too, which was kind of nice. The T-29, we hit him 4 times for 1,045. We ended up finishing him off. Knocked out his track driver and his loader and bounced 3 of his rounds. The A-44, we hit him 3 times for 826. Finished him off. Now the A-44, on the other hand, I could have shot him with AP or heat round, and we would have, what is it, 750 average damage or something like that? 700? Yeah, we would have probably went right through them, no problem. But I prefer to keep it on HE because they're dirt cheap, and you'll make a good, you'll make more credits that way. But we knocked out his engine, destroyed his engine, his track, and his driver, bounced 5 of his rounds, and he got hit for 87 upon his spotting. We originally spotted the A-44, the artillery, the M-44, the PZ-4H, and the grill artillery. The M-44, I saw where he was setting, and I couldn't get a shot on him. But artillery, once I lit him up, was starting to take shots at him, and then he backed off, so I ended up not have to worrying about the M44. That would have been the thing that would have caused more of a headache than anything to me, because he would have had shots on my side. How much did he get? Yeah, he got hit for 236, and it's got 280 hit points, so yeah, once I spotted him, almost all his health was gone, so he probably booked. The PZ-4H, I just tried ramming him, and we hit him for 68 because I just bumped into him. Bounced one of his rounds. The T-67 shot me a few times there. Well, there was 2 of them. Bounced this guy's round one of his rounds for 115. This other T-67 was shooting gold rounds, and we bounced 2 of his rounds. And the grill, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. He could have probably stayed where he was at, taken a shot, and boogied out of there. But I think he was going to try coming right up against me to stay low where I couldn't hit him. But then when I would back up, he would try and back up with me, and then I was back up and I pulled forward, and he kept going backwards, and so I was able to shoot him. But we hit him for 240, knocked out his gun track and his engine, and killed him and lit him up originally too. Oh, the WN8 for that match was 4,385. We did the most damage at 2,179 damage, got 3 kills, and a base experience of 1,050. We had 10 shots, 8 hit, 8 pen, and I was shooting all HE. Our total damage was 2,179. We got hit 14 times, 2 rounds penned us, and I think that was kind of the T-29 did hit me in the side at the very beginning, and I don't know what penned me the second time. I'll have to really kind of pay attention during the review. And we bounced 12 rounds for 1,880 damage bounced. We spotted 4, damaged 4, destroyed 3. Damage with our assistance was 323, and we made 52,721 credits. I did have a personal reserve, so I made an extra 20 grand. But we would have still made like 32,000 credits, so not too shabby. But that's what I mean with the HE shell on this. Let's see how much those are. Yeah, 660 credits for an HE. Oh, those are actually more expensive than the AP. Normally, that's back-asswards. Usually your HE shells are dirt cheap. But looks like these are a little more expensive than the AP. Most everything except for, like I said, the T-29. Well, everything except for the T-29, I could have used AP shells. But at the time, I actually thought that the HE shells were cheaper, because literally 99% of the time they are cheaper. So kind of shocked about that. But yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed that battle. If you did, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to do another review. It is on... It's a Tier 8 tank destroyer. Somebody asked me to do. It is a German. The RHM Portwaffenträger. So I'm going to do this one next. Oh, I got the big gun on this. Huh, that's surprising. I used to have the, I had the T20 or 128 on this gun, or if I can talk. I had the 128 on this tank destroyer for the longest time. So I don't know why I've got the derpy gun on here, but when I do the review of this, I'll do it with both guns, the 128 and the big derp gun. So yeah, anyways, if you like this review, just go ahead and please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you on the battlefield.